What up, though, y'all? It's Chris. Appreciate you connecting with me while I'm out here getting my 10,000 steps in today. And in between uses, I figured out something else about this thing, and it's that a direct sun in the lens causes the head tracking to go crazy. It was not able to find me. It was having a very hard time keeping up with where I was at. Even though I was right in front of it, it was going far left and far right. This shit was really trying to find me. So we still in trial run status with this thing. But let's get into the topic at hand. Stephen A. Smith, he has chimed in again on the Shannon Sharpe stuff. You know, before he chimed in on whether he think his boy guilty or not. Now he's chiming in on the fact that he still believes that he's guilty, but he had to step away from ESPN for a bit. I mean, I think we all kind of knew where he was going to go with this. He, for all intents and purposes, he's trying to distance himself from him without being direct about it. So he's trying to indirectly distance himself from him, if you will. He's saying how he works for ESPN, which is under the umbrella of Disney, and that he wasn't surprised that they would mutually agree that he needs to step away. The mutually agree thing is BS. All right, there is no mutual. ESPN is like, hey, you too hot right now. We can't have you on the air. You got audio out there of you talking about choking a woman. Not one, but 2 clips where it is suggested you choking a woman. And she's suing you for SA. We can't have you on the airwaves at Disney every week because it was what, Monday and Tuesday? Because in doing so, it's like they're indirectly condoning his behavior, and you know people are going to run with it. They're going to say that they are condoning abuse of women. We've seen it before. They are going to say Disney's silence, Disney's inaction is sending the message that they condone abuse against women, violence against women. We've seen this happen. We've seen this play out a bunch of times. So yeah, Unc Shay, he had to go, man. How long that's going to be, we shall see. Stephen A. said that it's supposed to be till preseason of the football season. Unc Shay said that he repeated it. However, Stephen A. didn't sound all that sure about the fact that that's really gonna happen. He didn't sound all that confident about it. And let's just be for real here. It's more likely than not that he won't be returning. Now, I don't want this for him because I really do enjoy him being on First Take. I compared him, and many of you may disagree with me for one reason or another, but I compared him being on First Take to having Kobe and Jordan in your backcourt or Bron and KD in your front court. Like, I thought that they were that excellent of a duo. Like, case in point, if you watch the Olympics this past summer, you saw how Bron and KD was killing it in the front court. They had the 2 of them in the front court, and there really wasn't a whole lot anybody could do about it. The teams were good, too. It's not like the teams were bums. The teams were excellent. But you take them as your front court, combine that with Steph Curry shooting the lights out behind you. What's going on here? We got the Hellcats out today. But yeah, you got them in your front court. You combine that with Steph Curry shooting the lights out in your backcourt, man, that was hard to beat. Not saying that Molly is in any way, shape, or form comparable to Chef Curry. No, not at all. I'm not going there with this. But it did seem like he was taking this opportunity to kind of publicly distance himself away from Unc Shay. And he proceeded to talk about how he wouldn't find himself in these sorts of situations. And he made sure to mention that he wasn't talking about Unc Shay when he was going on about this. Of course you are, because that's the whole reason that you having this pod today, and this is the whole reason that you're on this topic. So of course it's about Unc Shay. But I will say this: like or dislike Stephen A. Smith, I do believe that it is far less likely for him to end up in the same situation that Unc Shay has found himself in. Stephen A. Smith is very much a small circle type of guy. He's a closed circle type of guy. He's a sign an NDA type of guy. He not really out there in the public messy. The messiest Stephen A. Smith has gotten, honestly, was this BS he was on with LeBron. Because it was like, bro, you acting like an ex. Like, you acting like a jilted ex with the way you doing this podcast tour talking about my man. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the messiest. And some would even call it messy. But that is the messiest Stephen A. Smith has really been. I don't know who they talking to. They like, hey, what are you doing? I'm like, are they talking to me? But no, they were looking down the street. So, I don't know, man. People be out here weird sometimes. They just react to stuff, react to everything. You really don't know. And I'm seeing some people out here getting pictures. This Midtown area is actually a really good area to come soak in the architecture, because a lot of the buildings that are over here, they just don't make them like they used to, like this behind me. You know, they just don't make them like this no more, man. And in the previous video, y'all seen another building or two, house or two behind me as I was walking that were of similar design. They just don't make stuff like this no more. Anyway, back to Stephen A. I don't believe he will find himself in situations like this, because if you want to kick it with Stephen A., you got to sign that NDA. Where's this wind coming from? Yeah, I am going to invest in one of them mics, y'all. It's coming. It's coming soon. Already got it on order. I just got to wait for it to show up. So I'll let y'all know when I have it. You know, trying to do things to upgrade what I'm doing on here. That's why I'm messing with this robot arm to kick it with y'all, because I'm trying to upgrade everything, man. Somebody asked me, was I going to get one of them expensive cameras? I don't know, man, because like for what I do, have one of them big fancy cameras with the huge lens attachments, that's just not going to work out here with me walking. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm out here trying to get my steps in. And even when I'm driving, it just really wouldn't fit. Like my phone is still a far better option for driving and talking to you guys, or out here walking and talking to you guys, than any of them big cameras would be. Now, if I'm doing some streams and I kind of need a webcam or something, I'd consider one of those. But right now, no. The iPhone is going to stay. The iPhone with the robotic arm is the option that we going with right now. I'm gonna leave it there though, y'all. Let me know what y'all think. Stephen A. Smith, he jumped on there, pretty much distanced himself from Unc Shay. I get it, you know, it's not nothing personal, it's business. I watched New Jack City back in the day when that first came out, and the line that Nino said always stuck out with me. It's always business, never personal. We can be friends is friends, but this is business. You know, so Stephen A. Smith has a brand to protect. He can't put his bag at risk over a friendship with Shay, especially over some stuff that Shay put himself in. Stephen A. Smith be handing out them ironclad NDAs. Even when you had that one chick a few months back that was talking about she his ex-girlfriend and yada, 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 man, he never even addressed that stuff. Maybe somebody reached out there and told her, shut the hell up, cease and desist or something like that. But notice that went away. We've not seen that woman anymore. We've not seen or heard of that woman when it comes to talking about him. She could have just been using his name for clout chasing. Something happened though to put a stop to that. So that just goes to show you, Stephen A. Smith, he not with the messy stuff. And I don't even really mess with him like that, but I appreciate his grind and work ethic. I appreciate his hustle. And I know he probably happy as hell today to see that the Knicks went up 3-1. But that's a topic for a different video. I'm going to holler at y'all soon, man. Peace.